Here we have a 5-minute total body warm-up. So first off, we're going to start with our squat to overhead reach. You're going to start off with your feet shoulder width apart. You're going to squat, and as you do, you're going to bring your arms, stretch them out behind you. As we come to a stand, we're going to reach them up above our head, keeping our arms in line with our ears. And as we squat back down, we're bringing our arms back down right behind our back. As we come to a stand, we're bringing them just up past our ears and over our head. From there then, we are going to go for our lunge and twist. So your feet are hip width apart. You're going to take a big step out. Whatever leg you step out with, you're going to twist in that direction. So if you're stepping out with your left leg, you're going to twist to the left. Stepping out with the right, twist to the right. From there, again, making sure your knee is first off in line with your toe, and then if you can get it pointing in the direction of whatever leg is out. So if you're in your pointing out, if it's your left leg, you're going to get your knee pointing to the left. And if it's your right, get it pointing to the right. We are then going to go with walk out. So your feet are hip width apart. You're going to walk out into the high plank, walking back in and coming to a full stand before you repeat again. It's very important here to try not to let your hips drop too low. So if you can just stay in that high plank position before you walk back in and come to a full stand. When you come up to the top, squeeze the glutes at the top, and coming back down then to go for another rep. Again, taking it at your own pace. You're just looking to get warmed up nicely before getting stuck into the workout. Next up, we have our groiners. So we are going to bring both of our hands on the ground, bring your left foot in line with your left hand. You're going to pulse your back knee, and then you're going to change sides. If you find that you have a little bit of trouble changing sides, bring your 2 feet back into the high plank before stepping forward with the opposite foot. And again, try and keep your chest up and keep your back as flat as you can for this one here. Pulsing for 1 to 2 times before you're changing. Next up, we have our glute bridges. So you're going to lie on the ground, heels close to your bum. You're going to drive your hips up, squeeze your glutes, hold at the top and drop. So you can hold for a split second at the top before you drop back down. We really are looking for full extension of the hips here. Just coming right up as far as you can and back down, making sure you're getting that squeeze at the top of every rep before you drop. Now, what we're going to do from here, guys, is we're going to run it all over again. So you're back with your squat to overhead reach. So again, you're sending your hips back, bending your knees, and as you do that, you're going to bring your arms right back, and as you come to a stand, you're going to bring your arms up, reaching them overhead and back down. Again, keeping your chest up here, keeping your shoulders back and keeping your core nice and tight. Your feet are shoulder width apart, and again, drive the knees out. We want to prevent the knees from caving in, so keeping them driven out the whole way for your squat to overhead reach. Next, again, we have our lunge and twist. So feet are hip width apart. You're going to take a big step out with whichever leg you want first, whatever leg you're stepping out with. You're twisting in that direction, and again, really focusing on getting the knee driving it out. So if you're stepping out with the left leg, try and get that knee pointed toward the left. Kiss the back knee off the ground and change. Again, take this at your own pace. We're looking for nice controlled reps, so keep that core nice and tight. Get a full rotation of the torso, and we're going to move on then to walk outs. So again, you're going to walk out into the high plank. Once you've reached your high plank, walk back in, come to a full stand at the top, quick squeeze of the glutes before moving on to your next rep. And again, coming up nice and tall and walking out, taking it at your own pace, getting your last couple of reps in. And before we move on then to our groiners. So again, with our groiners, what we're going to do here is you're walking out into that high plank, or you can just bring your foot forward, left foot in line with the left hand. You're going to pulse that back knee, try and keep the chest up and shoulders back before you switch. And like that, if you're having a little bit of trouble switching, bring both feet back into the high plank before you bring your other foot forward, getting that pulse. Just pulse 2 to 3 times before you change sides. And again, just trying to keep your chest up for this one. Try and keep your back as flat as you can and switch. And then we're going to go to our glute bridges for the final time. So again, heels close to your bum, you're driving your hips up, quick squeeze of the glutes at the top before you drop. So holding for a split second and dropping. So again, screwing your feet into the ground so you can push the floor, push your heels into the floor, drive your hips up, squeeze your glutes at the top. And again, just taking it at your own pace, getting your last few reps in, and before we move on to the main part of the session.